Hello Maths fans, and back again with clip 117 from Maths Watch. This is question 8 of the harder section, and we've got this situation here. Okay, so you've probably read this question. We're trying to find out which is smaller. A is smaller or B is smaller in terms of the surface area. So it's telling us on the question each ball has a diameter of 54. So that makes that 54, 54, 54 and 54. So that whole, if I just draw this out again then, this container A, we've got a length of, and I think we can see there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times 54. Okay, it is a cylinder. Something like that. And we also know the diameter, it told us, is 54 as well. Okay. So how do we find the surface area? Well, the surface area is 2 circles plus a rectangle which wraps around. Now they've told us the area of that rectangle is 2 pi RH, and we'll be covering that. That's the curved surface area because it's the surface area. See this wraps around. This is this bit here that wraps around the circle. So this here wraps around that circle there. Now that's your 2 pi r actually. That's your circumference there, which has to wrap around there. Okay, so it's 2 pi r times the height, and the height is 4 times 54, which I think we can see, what's that, 216. Okay, so surface area for the circle here, for this cylinder, is going to be 2 circles, which is 2 lots of pi times r squared, and r is going to be 27 squared. So that gives us 2 times pi times 27 squared. I'm going to leave it at 1458 pi for now. Okay, we know pi is roughly 3, but it just saves me having to write all the decimal places every single time. And this rectangle here, which is the curved surface area, is equal to 2 pi r, i.e. the circumference here, times the height. So it's 2 pi times the radius, which is 27, times the height, which we know is 216. So that gives us, if I'm working that out, 2 times 27. This calculator is not great to see in this light. I prefer the other Casio, to be honest. I've got 11,664. Okay, for the curve, so the total surface area is going to be equal to, the cylinder is going to be equal to 1,458 pi plus 11,664 pi, and if we add those together, we get 13,122 pi centimeters squared. Okay, now that's the harder one. You'll be glad to hear. Okay, so that's the harder one. This one here, we've got a cuboid this time, and the diameter is 54 again, remember. So that's 54, 54. So if I transfer that down to my little cuboid diagram here, let's have a go at drawing this, see if we can do that. So what's that going to be? Something like that. It's going to be 2 times 54 going along there. It's also 2 times 54 deep, and it's just 154 high, isn't it? Okay, so what have we got then? A, B and C. So let's work out faces A. A is going to be, well, that's 108. 108 times 54, which is 108 times 54, 5,832. And there'll be 2 of those, so 2 A's, because we've got the front one and we'll have the back one. 11,664 centimetres squared. I'm going to underline that because I'm going to be using that in a minute. B this 54 times is the same thing, isn't it, actually? So 2b's, because we've got 2 times 54, and 54, we're going to get the same thing there. So 11,664 centimetres squared. And c is going to be that dimension, which is that one. So that's 108. And that's also 2 times 54, that's going to be 108 as well. So c is going to be 108 times 108. Let's look at that. 108 times 108, 11,664. Does that make sense? Yeah, it does sort of make sense, doesn't it? Because you've got 2 times, it's the same answer as that, because you basically double in this. 108 times 108 is the same as that times 2. But anyway, so c is that. So 2c, because we want the top and bottom, don't we? Is 23,328. Okay, so these are the ones that I want to add up here. So my total surface area is going to be 11,664 plus 11,664 plus 23,000. Off the page, yep, plus 23,328 plus I'm getting 46,656 centimetres squared. Okay. So which one's larger? Which one's smaller? Actually, we haven't done this one yet. We've got times up by pi. So if I work that out now, I need to know that. So I'm going to do 13,122 times by pi, which is about times 3, isn't it? And I'm getting 41,223.9788, and it'll go on because we've got an irrational number there. And let's go back. What's the question saying? Which container has the smallest surface area? So my answer here is, this is for A, this is for B, wasn't it? The smaller area, A is smaller. Okay, quite a lot in there. Try and see if you can understand where that 2 pi r h comes from. That's a good thing to know. We haven't got to that stage in the scheme of work yet, but try and work that one out. But anyway, good luck with that, and I'll see you next time.